Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Data Engineer. So today we will cover one of the most important data warehousing concept called slowly changing dimension. So basically what is slowly changing dimension, why we are using that, what is the use of that in data warehousing concept, and how many types are there for of SCD. So that all this topic we will cover in this video. Okay, so first, why we are using slowly changing dimension and what is the use of that and what is slowly changing dimension. So slowly changing dimension in data warehouse is an important concept that is used to enable the historic aspects of data in an analytical state. So as you know, the data warehouse is used to analyze historic data. It is essential to store the different state of data. So in data warehousing, we have, so as we know, when we are designing the data warehouse, we have fact table, we have dimension table to store the data. So as we know, like dimension table is used to analyze the measure in the fact table. So fact table store only factual data, and dimension table is basically used to store the descriptive data, like more descriptive about the data which is stored in the fact table. So in data environment, data is initiated at operational database and data will be extracted, then transformed and load to the data warehouse to suit for analytical environment. Because in traditional databases we can't perform that analytical operations. So that's why every company wanted to store the data, either historical data or current data, in a data warehouses. Okay, so so before discussing everything in details, slowly changing dimensions, let's list the different slowly changing dimension. Okay, so basically there are six types of SCD. So type 0, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, type 6. Okay, so type 0 is basically when it is used when we ignore any change and audit the change. Okay, so if there is no change required, in that cases we are using type 0. When we are using type 1, when if the change we can overwrite in the file destination table, so that time we can use type 1. When we have to use that new row, when we have to add the new row, in that cases we are using type 2. And when history will be added as a new column, then we are using the type 3. Type 4, when the previous dimension is not sufficient to do some analytics, then in that case we are using the new dimension. So we are extracting few of the column from historical data and creating a new dimension in type 4. And type 6 is a combination of type 2 and type 3, where we are adding a new column and new row. So that is basically used. So these are the types of you can say slowly changing dimension. So let's discuss type 0 in more details. So so in type 0, as we already know, so ignore any change and audit the change. Okay, so so there are some situations where you ignore any changes. For example, when an employee joined an organization, so if any employee join an organization, so they have customer key, so status, gender, designation, first designations, join date, date first purchase. So so there are join related attributes such as join designations, join date, etc. Right, that should not change over time. Because if any so any like if any employees is joining an organization, so what is the join date, that should not change over time. What is his first designation? Suppose an employee joined as a junior executive, so that never change in history. That particular person will become senior executive, but their first designation will never change. Joining date will not never change. Date first purchase will never change. So in that cases, so this is like first designation, joining date, and date first purchase are the attributes that will not be updated. So which is the example of type 0 SED. Okay. So now coming to type 1 SED. So type 1 SED, you simply override data in dimension. Okay. So let us see a scenario in that table, in this particular table. If we can see, like in this customer dimension table, like customer key 11015 and 11019. Okay, if he can see these two particular 11015 and 11019 are null. Okay, so when these records are updated in the operational database, those values should be updated in the data ware without considering those are historical value. Okay, so there, so for this two particular customer key 11015 11019, they earlier they have historical data as annual income. So once this got updated, so their annual income would be some value instead of null value. So there is no need to change any column or add any column or add any row. So that's why we are just overwriting this particular value. So that is comes under type 1. What is type 2? So as we know, in type 2, what we are doing, history will be added as a new row. So we are adding new row basically. Simply in type 2, we are adding the new row. Okay. So what is happening in customer dimension? There are two records, and let us say that customer whose customer code is 11012. Okay. This particular customer we are talking about, AW00011012. Okay. So if this particular customer have designation as a management, so now suppose this particular customer is going to is going to promoted as a senior management. So in that case, for keeping the historical record and keeping the new record, we have to add the management, because in later stage, suppose you have to find it like when this particular person has started as a senior management, this person started as a management, so in what date, what is the end date of that particular. So this all informations you are unable to find it if you are overwriting the data. So simply what you have to do, for this particular customer code 11012, you can override, you can just add the new column, new row. Okay, so that comes under type 2. So now comes to type 3. So what we have to do for type 3? So type 3 dimension, why we are using, so if any change in the historical data, basically we are adding the columns instead of adding the row, we are adding the column. So how we are doing here? So in this particular customer key, you can see here for customer key 1112, this customer code, what was their designation earlier. So if suppose this particular customer got promoted as a say as a as a particular got promoted or not got promoted, so what was their previous designation as a professional senior management. So this previous designation was that was not mentioned, and for this particular customer 1012, it was management. So now it got changed to the senior management. So what we are doing here, we are adding the new column instead of adding the new row, we are adding the new column. That is comes under type 3. Okay, so in type 4, what basically we are doing? So in type 4 dimension, just we are adding a new dimension, because whatever the historical dimension is there, that is not sufficient to that is not sufficient for do any analytics. So let us assume we want to keep the customer risk type depending on his previous payment. Okay, so in that case, attribute related to the customer, so whatever we are storing the data for that particular historical related things, so if that is not sufficient, suppose that dimension are not sufficient to predict that okay, that particular customer have the risk issue or not, so in that case we are adding a new dimension table. So that comes under type 4. So what comes under type C? So if it is a combination of type 2, type 3, so if we are adding the combination of these two, like either we are adding a new row or new column, that comes under type 6. So that is the brief about slowly changing dimension, and I guess that is sufficient also to to understand the what is slowly changing dimension, why we are using. Thank you. Thanks for watching.